everyone, it's Evangeline here at Utrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at the replacement shank or tongue for your Yakima HoldUp bike racks right here at Utrailer. So if you have the Yakima HoldUp bike rack, and remember this is the one that has the black paint on it and not the gray, those are slightly older, then what may happen over time is there may be some wear and tear that happens to the tongue or the shank on your bike rack, or you might have the 1.25" shank and just want to upgrade to a 2" one because you have a 2" hitch receiver. Whatever reason there may be for it, we do have the replacement part for that. So through this video, I'm going to guide you through the process of installing it as well as explain what it's used for. So the Yakima HoldUp 2 can be upgraded to a 4-bike bike rack with the add-on, but it has some different parts involved. So if you want to replace your bike rack with something that is used for that, let's say you have the 1.25" and you want to add it on to 2 so you can get 4, what you need for that is the actual replacement spine plus shank. But if you want to stick with the Yakima HoldUp 2 and just replace from your 1.25" to a 2", then all you need is this right here, which is the replacement shank. So this includes the replacement shank itself plus this bright red bolt right over here. It does not include the bolts that hold the spine to the shank or the anti-rattle bolts. So if those are also maybe broken, maybe you've cross-threaded the anti-rattle area, you will need to replace that too. So some other things you may need for this process is I have a 24mm wrench as well as 2 3/4" wrenches in order to install this replacement part. So let's take a look at that process. So here we have our new replacement shank, and then we have our old shank right beside it. So you can already see the difference. We have our paint's been scuffed up a little bit. We have a little bit of dirt on it and dust. So you can see why we needed replacing. Now what may also happen is maybe you've cross-threaded some bolts or you've cross-threaded some of the threads inside, and that's why you need to replace this shank. So I took it off of our original Yakima HoldUp bike rack. So what you need to do is remove this bolt on top, and this uses a 3/4" wrench. With that bolt removed, you can then remove the original shank and then prep your new one. So this is going to be the new one, and it includes this bolt. So this is going to thread right into the shank itself. So this is the new bolt and this is the old bolt. It may take a little bit of effort to remove this, but notice how some of our threads were kind of cross-threaded just because of improperly being put in there. So definitely worth replacing it with this nice and shiny new one. So this threads right into there, and it may be kind of tricky at first. Just try to hand thread it as far as you can. And then once you can't thread it down by hand anymore, use a 24mm wrench, just like this. And that's what you'll use to just line it up with the flat parts on that bolt and tighten it down. The next step is to attach the new shank to our older bike rack. Now I could just lift this up and then put the bolt right in, but to make it easier on myself, I'm gonna just put it into a hitch receiver. You can do this at home in the hitch receiver on your car. So I'm just gonna fit this into this hitch receiver. Next, we're gonna lift this onto our shank. So it's kind of on the heavier side, so just be mindful of that. So then we're gonna use this bolt to hold our spine into place. So this goes in through the top hole. You are gonna have to lift up on the bike rack though, just to get it parallel as you thread that through. Once you get the bolt through just enough so it can now support itself, just use a 3/4" socket or wrench to tighten it down. You're gonna need 2 3/4" wrenches just because there is a bolt that goes on the other end, and that needs to be tightened down too. Once you confirm that all your bolts are tightened down, that's it for the install process. You now have a brand new shank or tongue on your Yakima HoldUp bike rack. And that was a look here at the replacement shank or tongue for your Yakima HoldUp bike racks right here at Utrailer. My name is Evangeline, and I hope you enjoyed the journey.